Different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 224 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-host Nick Theories and Philly Phil. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in to the live stream. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Let's get right to it because I want to talk about the Eagles whipping that ass 37-20 in LA, now in sole possession of first place in NFC East after Dallas somehow beat the Commanders. What was the most impressive thing to you on this win?
Saquon, bro. I mean, he's not even impressive to me, bro. Like, to me, it's just I've seen it all season now, and he's awesome, man. He's the MVP. MVP Saquon Barkley. Fuck Josh Allen, bro. Like, what he is doing to the Eagles is incredible. I mean, dude, 255 yards? Come on. That's insane. I've never seen that in the Eagles uniform. We've never seen that. We know what I mean? Like, we always had Westbrook and them, but Saquon, bro, this guy is elite, man. He's an elite running back, and he's the best running back in the NFL by far. Like, straight up, he's the best running back in the NFL.
It's not even close.
It's not even a question. It's not even a question. He's the MVP of the league right now.
I think for me, the most impressive thing, I mean, outside of Saquon, but for me, it's been like, I feel like over the last week or two, Sirianni has kind of seemed to get himself together. Like, look, his record's incredible. He has the highest winning percentage of,
and he's got balls.
And I get that.
And I'm with that, bro. I love that.
I'm with that. But he's taking the punts when you need to take the punts, and you just need to clean up those little things and learn from those mistakes. And like I said, it's not that I think Nick Sirianni is a bad coach. It's just you do really foolish things, and it makes me question, like, can I trust you in the wild card, in the divisional round, in the conference, in the Super Bowl? Can I trust you to not do something stupid? That's the question.
You trusted him 2 years ago. What happened?
But he's gotten dumber since then.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's all situational shit.
Hold on. But the problem is that I feel like after that Super Bowl run, he started getting full of himself. And that led to the collapse of last year. That there were numerous things that went into that. But that was part of it, where the whole team and himself were sniffing themselves a little bit. And he got humbled.
He got ahead of himself.
And the other thing is, yeah, he did. It was just the intro too. But the problem with that too is like the thing that we're missing is you got legit coordinators in Kellen and Vic. You don't have Brian Johnson and Matt Patricia anymore. Like those things matter. So to me, obviously it was Saquon. I mean, you can't. There's nothing you can do. When he came out of the second half and right out of the gate ran that down their throats, I'm just like, yeah, this team's a different animal. They're better than the Super Bowl team.
Mm-hmm.
Way better, to be honest. And the difference making right now is that defense.
Yeah,
the defense is hellacious, dude. That defense is serious. And Quinyon Mitchell got motherfuckers in jail daily.
I mean, they're getting turnovers. They forced 4 fumbles. I mean, they got one back. Yeah, I mean, look, they're forcing turnovers. They're getting sacks. They're getting pressure on the quarterback. That's what you do. The Eagles have a winning formula. They run the football effective and they play good defense. When you do that, you take so much pressure off the quarterback, and all he has to do is just a little bit of his job. That's it. He doesn't have to do much. Hurts. He doesn't.
I know. The thing is, for me though, is like I'm not that impressed with the win. And I say that because I don't really think the Rams are that good of a team.
Bro, they won by 37-20.
No. I know that. But I'm just saying, like, I don't consider the Rams a very good team. So, like, they should have beat down the Rams like that. They are definitively better than the Rams. They are one of the 3 best teams in football. It's them, the Lions, and the Buffalo Bills. Those are the 3 best teams in football. And when I see shit like that, it's like, okay, that's what you're supposed to do to a team that's meddling like that. They're okay. They're 500, whatever. But the Rams aren't very good. And I don't think they're making the playoffs. So, of course, to me, I'm not going to look at that and, like, blow it out of proportion.
You didn't say the Chiefs in there.
The Chiefs aren't one of the best teams in football.
Word up.
So, we'll get there. Do you have anything to say on that about the Rams with a playoff team? Do you agree, disagree? Give me something.
No, I'm going to respond. I'm sorry, I'm plugging in my computer, but yeah, no, I think the Rams are cooked. I don't love their schedule down the stretch. I always said they had a tough schedule a couple weeks ago. I think to me, like I see an aging team that, you know, they had their window, they maximized it, they won the Super Bowl, and ever since, I just feel like they're on a decline to a little bit. They show flashes of great plays because they have great players, but they're kind of past their prime, honestly. Puka Nacua is awesome.
Yo, he's big as shit. I didn't realize he was that big. I thought he was like more built like Hunter Renfrow.
He's a beast. He's a beast. The Rams have good pieces. The problem is they're just not a good team. Like, that's just all it is. You know what I mean? But for me, they're out of it. I don't think that they're not out of it because of their division. It's just, to me, I don't love them to even make the playoffs. Like, I like other teams in their division over them.
Yeah. The only team I would take over them, and the only team I wouldn't take over them in that division is the Cardinals. Like, I would trust the Niners and I would trust the Seahawks before the Rams.
I don't know. The Niners are kind of injured, man. So I don't.
No, I know that, but I would just.
Really
I would just give them the edge.
They're playing bad right now, so
I hate the Niners. I'm just saying.
I think they lost their swag a little bit.
What do you think about the other two NFC East teams, which was a wildly entertaining game? The Cowboys upset the Commanders, lost me a shitload of money. I had the Commanders plus 10.5 in a teaser. I was pissed. I'm sorry. I had the Commanders -4, excuse me. And I thought I had a chance when Jaden threw that bomb and he caught the touchdown. Do you think they're a mirage, or how do you view them? Because I know we're starting to get in tricky waters right now with the Commanders.
I think the Commanders are a mirage to an extent. I mean, the last couple of weeks, dude, they haven't performed at all. Like, I just feel like they started off hot, and then all of a sudden they started, like, I don't know, kind of crumbling a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, what did they start off? They lost 3 straight. They lost to the Steelers, Eagles, and Cowboys. Like, I don't know. I think the Cowboys are kind of ass. I mean, they lost to the Steelers by 1 point, and then they lost to the Eagles, which is a respectable loss, but their wins aren't impressive. I mean, we can go through that. They beat the Giants, they beat the Bengals, they beat the Cardinals, the Browns, Panthers, Bears, and Giants. Like, to me, their wins aren't impressive. So to me, I think they're a mirage.
We talked about it a little bit before, maybe a week or two ago, and I was just saying, like, no, it was 2 weeks ago when they played the Steelers, and I was just saying, like, as much as I picked the Commanders to be a wild card team, I thought they were the second best team in the East, and I still believe that.
They are.
And I thought that they would be fighting for a wild card spot, which they will be, and I think they're going to get the 7th seed. But either way, I just felt like when you really sat down and looked at the schedule and you looked at what was going on, they didn't really have any impressive wins, like you said. So I don't want to say it's a mirage because I love Jaden Daniels, and I know a lot of people are like saying now, is he getting exposed, blah, blah, blah. And I don't necessarily want to say that he's getting exposed, but like, I do know there's more film on him and he's going through a little bit of a tough stretch. But I just feel like, for me with the Commanders, they are what they are. They're a team that started out hot and has been overachieving, and they're just coming down a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I think they're young. I think they're young at quarterback. I love Jaden Daniels. I think he has a bright future. I don't want to say exposed or mirage. I just think they are what they are. They're a decent team.
Yeah, I agree.
Who's on the up.
I agree with that.
So that's how I feel about the Commanders.
I think they're a decent team.
They are, like, and like I said,
I'm with you on that.
You know, when Terry caught that bomb and scored the touchdown, I'm just like, holy shit! Like, maybe it's just one of them destiny teams. Like, it just, the ball's bouncing their way. They're finding a way to eke out wins, which can be very helpful to Jaden Daniels' confidence, because you know you're never out of it. But that's where I am on that, dude. The Commanders, to me, are just, they're a team that overachieved, overperformed, and they're just, you know, like this.
So you don't think they're a mirage?
No, like, I don't think anybody would like overlook them. Like, I don't think that people are looking at the Commanders like, oh, you know, they're soft or they're not a good team. I think if you take a step back and look at it, they are what they are. They're a team on the rise.
3 weeks ago, dude, like at Halloween, I mean, we were talking about them being one of the best teams in the league.
Not me.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got you. It was conversation.
Like, dude, they were like 7-2. They were on, you know, they were riding high. They were, you know, blowing out teams. And, you know, they beat the Bears, they beat the Giants, and, you know, everybody's talking about them being the best team in the league. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, we'll see. But Jaden Daniels, to me, he kind of, again, he's a rookie. But he's still awesome. Like, he's still a great player. Like, I think he's going to be a good player in this league.
I think too.
Like,
also,
just because you have a couple bad games doesn't make you like, oh wow, he has film on him, he's going to stink. Like, I don't believe that.
The other thing is too. I'm glad you mentioned that. The other thing I want to say is too that people have to kind of realize is, like you just said, it was the Giants and then the Bears, and then you played the Steelers and the Eagles, who have 2 of the top 5 defenses in the NFL. And I think not that he was seeing ghosts, but that could rattle you a little bit when you get the shit beat out of you like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting hit hard. You got the rib injury. All of those things play into it. And then you come up and you got Dallas. And what happens? You kind of flake a little bit. And Dallas was due for a win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of comes there. I mean, nobody's sweating.
And it's
Dallas.
always a division game, though. The division games are always so
tough.
weird. Yeah. They
They're
can
tough,
either go
dude.
either way. And Dallas and Washington have that weird little rivalry.
And look what the Bears just did with the Vikings. The game went to overtime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of goes like that. And I thought the Bears, that was my favorite pick of the weekend.
You were right, man, because I lost my parlays on them fuckers.
Me too. I had them. I had the Bears on the money line.
Goddamn Caleb.
So, but, you know, let's talk about this team. Chiefs beat the Panthers on a walk-off field goal, 30-27. Give me your thoughts on this, because
I'm not tripping over it. I mean, I think everybody's gonna make a big deal because they won on a walk-off field goal. But to me, they were blowing Carolina out early and often. It was 20-9.5. Before they even walked in the stadium, they didn't even want to be there. You know what I mean? They looked at them as a joke. So to me, like I'm not going to trip over how they won. They just won. So to me, it is what it is. I wasn't impressed by the win, but I'm not going to be like, okay, well, I think the Chiefs are a mirage. Look, they're 10-1, and they got a road win. Regardless of how they got it, they still got it. I wasn't impressed when the win, but Mahomes played good. He had a good game. I mean, I think the Chiefs defense kind of overall just kind of let up in this game, weirdly.
So I don't think the Chiefs are a mirage, but they're not as good as their record.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that for sure.
The Chiefs remind me of the Eagles of last year, where that record is not who they are. Their first 8 of 11 games, they've won by 1 score. Like, okay, I know you could say, oh, it's a sign of a good team. I get it. And maybe that is the case for Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. But when I watch this team, I just don't think they're a very good team. Their defense is worse than last year. Their quarterback's playing worse than he did last year. Their wide receivers are worse than they were last year. Their running game is worse than it was last year. Pacheco is coming back, but the dude had a broken leg.
Mm-hmm.
How good is he? How effective is he going to be? Tony Pollard is better this year than he was last year. Why? Because he's 2 years removed from a broken leg. So when I see those things, I just look at it and I'm just like, yeah, no, the Chiefs, I'm not scared of the Chiefs. I'm just not. I don't think the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. I don't think they're going to have a deep playoff run. I just don't, because I don't think they're that fucking good.
Me either. I don't think the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl either. I don't.
I just don't think they're good enough. I think Buffalo's better. I think the Ravens are better. I think the Chargers are better. I think the Steelers are better. I think the Chargers would give them a tough game. And I got news for you. I guarantee you, if Cincinnati makes that 7th seed and they have to play Kansas City in the first round or the second, Cincinnati beats them. Calling it right now.
Cincinnati's gonna get in, but
I'm just saying, if Cincinnati sneaks into that 7th seed, they will beat the Chiefs. They will beat the Chiefs. They're their kryptonite, dude. They keep those games close. Yeah. And this year, Patrick Mahomes is not playing well.
The Chiefs, they always find a way, though, man.
I know, and I get it. But I'm not jumping on that bandwagon. I'm not doing it because they're not playing well. And I get it, dude. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the game, but right now, no, he is not.
Right.
No, he is not.
I agree with that. I don't think he's the best quarterback in the game. Right?
He's just not right now. I mean, when you watch the quarterbacks play, like Jalen Hurts is having a better season, Lamar's having a better season, Herbert's having a better season, Josh Allen's having a way better season, Joe Burrow's having a better season. So I don't. So you know what I'm saying though on that, right?
I knew what you're saying.
Don't get blasphemous. In my Stephen A voice. Yo, speaking of Stephen A, that boy lost weight.
Did he?
Bro, he looks like a twig.
For real?
Yeah.
I haven't even noticed.
He went from never mind. I almost slipped up. Titans upset the Texans 32-27. Let's talk about this because I got a lot of energy for this game. Because I need to know how you feel about the Texans and our boy CJ.
I love it, man. Because you know what's funny? The Texans to me were one of those teams where I was so iffy on coming into the season because everybody was sipping the Kool-Aid and everything of the CJ, him calling himself top 5 and all this shit, bro.
Top 3.
You lost to Will Levis. You lost to Will Levis, who everybody clowns on the internet. He's a walking meme every single week, and you lost to him at home.
For you.
Wow. That's a bad loss. They were 2-8, the Titans.
Is it embarrassing?
That's horrible. He threw 2 picks against the Titans, right? And he was so inefficient. This offense was so inefficient. Well, look, it's just they had, in fairness, they did have a touchdown call back on Nico. So, I mean, shit happens during the game, but you lost to the fucking Titans. Look, it wasn't all of CJ's fault, in fairness, because Kaimi Fairbairn actually really fucked up. Like, bro, he had a 28-yard field goal, and all he had to do was make it to send him to overtime. So he did fuck up. It wasn't all on CJ. It is a total team effort in that regard. But to beat the Titans, dude, you got to score touchdowns. Like, I don't know. I think the Titans are 2-8, and they don't have much juice over there. You lost to Will Levis at home. That's pathetic.
I keep going back and forth with, are we going to keep the same energy for CJ Stroud that we would for Jalen Hurts? Because if Jalen Hurts was playing like this for this amount of time, it would be a problem. But the real issue is last year, CJ Stroud had 23 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. This year, he has 14 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He's already fucking doubled his interceptions. You can't turn the ball over like that. We played 12 games. He's got a turnover in 9 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't win like that. I've gotten on Josh Allen for it. I've gotten on Jalen Hurts for it. When the Eagles have been playing great after the bye week. Why? Because Jalen Hurts decided to stop turning the fucking ball over at a ridiculous rate. Like, he's got fucking 5 interceptions in the last 3 weeks. You can't win football games like that. But nobody talks about CJ Stroud in that manner because CJ Stroud has the golden boy fucking narrative around him.
Let me ask you a question for real.
Get with me.
At Jalen Hurts' peak, do you think CJ Stroud will ever eclipse that?
Super Bowl Jalen Hurts?
I'm just saying his peak. You could define his peak however you want. I'm just saying, will CJ Stroud ever be consistently better than Jalen Hurts' peak in his career? Mind you, he's in his second year.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got room to grow.
I don't know, because I think for me with Jalen Hurts, like I said, I always have felt that Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. But Jalen Hurts needs pieces around him, and he needs a strong team, because Jalen Hurts isn't a stud of a quarterback where he sits in the pocket and rips that defense apart.
And picks you apart.
He needs to use his legs, and that's okay. Yeah. It is okay. You need to use them. You need to use them when that is part of your game.
For sure.
However, Jalen Hurts is underrated as a thrower from the pocket. The problem that I'm having with that question is that if CJ Stroud was that dude that everybody thinks he is from the pocket, where was it? Because everybody tells me that Tank Dell is the man. So I don't want to hear that Stephon Diggs and Nico Collins went down and you couldn't put on. I don't want to hear it. I watched Dak Prescott get Dalton Schultz the deal in Houston because Dak got him the ball. I watched it. I see those things, and that is what makes me mad. Like, I don't want it to be recency bias, and I don't want to be a homer. It's kind of a hard question. I think CJ is really fucking good. I think he had an awesome rookie year. But I think this year, people don't want to have the uncomfortable conversation about him that is necessary. And he kind of plateaued. And whether it's your sophomore slump or it's not, he plateaued. In fact, he's playing worse.
But why do you think they don't want to have that conversation, though? Because we're having the conversation. So, like, you know what I mean? Like,
because I think CJ has that humble golden boy narrative around him because he had such a successful rookie year.
Well, he's not an asshole. He doesn't come off as an asshole.
Neither does Jalen Hurts. But I think with CJ, it looks a little bit more pretty because he's more of your prototypical stand in the pocket and pick you.
Yeah, but Jalen Hurts is so much more easy to hate than CJ Stroud. And there's only one reason. Like, I feel like Jalen Hurts' press conferences are just so meh. Like,
he doesn't give you a lot.
There's nothing there that I can enjoy except for watching him play. But like Josh Allen off the field, he has a personality. People gravitate towards that. CJ Stroud, he's got a personality off the field. Michael Parsons, to me, Jalen Hurts is like that quiet superstar, like quiet star quarterback that has no like juice, like in terms of public perception around him.
I think
that's what lacks the context between Jalen Hurts because to me, I think Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. Do I think Jalen Hurts is great? I think he's got some. I think he's got some room. Like, absolutely. Like, I think he can absolutely improve. But I think for what he does for the Eagles, it works for our system because, like you said, he needs pieces around him. We have everything for him, so he's able to excel into this offense. But going back to the question, like to me, like CJ Stroud's in his second year, like I think, like to me, he's only going to get better. You have to bank on that.
Well, here's the thing with CJ. I want to say this: CJ has a higher ceiling.
Yeah,
and it's
but why though? But why does he have a higher ceiling though? Do you think CJ is a better passer than Hurts?
Yes, but I think it's more so with CJ. You saw CJ get dropped in Houston and blossom with Nico and those pieces. He was able to bring a team out of the dumps and get them back. I don't know if you drop Jalen Hurts into that Houston team, is it the same outcome? We don't know that. However, I will say this, something that Jalen Hurts doesn't get credit for. When Jalen Hurts took over, the Eagles were in turmoil. Doug Peterson, Carson Wentz, Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie. The Eagles were like a fucking abomination. And he came in and he's made the playoffs every year. He made the Super Bowl. Like, okay, last year, I know it ended ugly. It sucked, dude. If you're an Eagles fan, you know how bad it ended.
Yeah.
If you have your time and shit vested into that. It sucked, dude. But that shit happens sometimes. I mean, not like that. I don't want to say it happens sometimes because that was
horrible.
Like I said, I think they'll be better for it because you know what I'm saying. You don't get full of yourself. You don't start doing stupid fucking shit. You're making rash decisions and going for it on 4th and 3s on your own 30. You can't do shit like that, dude. It's the NFL.
Like, but my thing is, it's so hard to evaluate Jalen Hurts though because his whole career he's had a bomb squad for the last 3 years.
But
it's hard to evaluate him. Dude.
No, he didn't have a bomb squad his first year as a starter.
I'm talking about the last 3 years. The last 3 years from 2022, 2023, and 2024.
I got you. Okay, I forgot.
He had pieces around him that you should be able to excel. So it's hard to to me, like I see some he holds on to the ball too long, which we say that every week. We saw that in LA. I hate that shit.
But
bro.
Nick, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a serious question here. You say he has a bomb squad around him, right?
No doubt.
And I agree with you, but I'm saying like you'll go to Justin Hurts you'll go to Justin Herbert and it's like, well, who's Justin Herbert throwing to? He's got nobody. And it's like, you're criticizing Jalen and you're saying that he's a product of the pieces around him, but you're saying that Justin Herbert doesn't have enough. So what is it?
What do you mean?
Like I'm saying like it's two opposite of the ends of the spectrum. Like if Justin Herbert get credit taken away from him if he had the Eagles roster? No,
yeah,
probably. I don't think so. I think it would just elevate the talks.
But why? Well, why? Because when you watch him, your eye test is telling you, wow, this guy's a pure pocket passer. Yes. He can deliver and he can run.
But I've always been on that wave with Herbert. Like if you just take raw talent, Justin Herbert's a top 3-4 quarterback in the league.
No
just
doubt.
off of raw talent.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
My thing is Dak Prescott. He was struggling his second year. What'd they do? Give me Amari Cooper. And what happened? They blossomed. You need that. Tua. When did Tua pop? When he got Tyreek Hill. When did Josh Allen pop? When he got Stephon Diggs. Patrick Mahomes popped. Now, he had Tyreek Hill, and he popped after that. But Joe Burrow, he's got a bomb squad around him, too. Am I taking anything away from him? No. The only person I've ever said that's never had good wide receivers was Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's true, though.
Like, literally, he's the only quarterback that's consistently played with trash. The only one now is Herbert.
Yeah.
Herbert's dealing with what he is, although Ladd McConkey's a baller.
Facts.
Straight up.
So, for the next 3 years, who would you take as your quarterback, Jalen Hurts or CJ Stroud?
Jalen Hurts, because I've seen Jalen Hurts' ceiling.
But you said Stroud's ceiling's higher. Would you bet on the upside? So you're saying the next 3 years, you don't believe Stroud is going to be that guy? That's what you're telling me. Because if he was going to be that guy in the next 3 years, then all bets are off. You're taking him over Hurts.
My thing is that when you ask me that question, I have to go with what I know.
No,
I know. No, my thing, I know Jalen Hurts can get to a Super Bowl, and I know he can outplay Patrick Mahomes, or he can outplay the other quarterback on that team. I know he can do it.
In a big moment.
He was the best player in that Super Bowl, and it wasn't even remotely close.
Agreed.
So I know he can get there. Now, can he do it consistently for 18 games, 17 games? I don't know.
No, well,
I don't think so, but nobody
can play
can.
Like that. Yeah, that's insane.
But on the flip side is, I know in a big moment, I can trust him to go out there and do his thing.
And CJ Stroud, we haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm not saying he can't do it, but I'm just saying, did he rally the troops when Nico went down?
No.
He didn't. So I got to ding him on that because Hurts got dinged when AJ and Smitty were out. So that's my thing. You have to keep it the same for both of them. And he was missing the best right tackle in football.
Well, in fairness, when he was out, I mean, they played the Lions.
Who?
The Texans.
Oh, excuse me. I thought you were talking about the Eagles.
They played the Lions. They only lost by 3 to the Lions, which was impressive. They blew out the Cowboys. This is just a bad loss.
They didn't even blow out the Cowboys.
They have 2 bad losses, which is the Jets and the Titans in the last 4 games.
And here's the thing. I don't even hate CJ. I'm just simply saying, like, where is the skepticism and the, where you're kind of like holding back, like, I just don't know. Where is it? And I get it. He's in year 2. I understand that. But it's like, bro, there's no criticism to go around for him. There's no criticism that I'm hearing anywhere. I don't understand that. Because if Jalen Hurts played like this over the last 4 or 5 games, he would be getting trashed.
Well, there's no criticism because they're leading the AFC South.
Bro, it's the worst division.
Yeah, but they're 7-5. The Texans always have this mantra of them being a kind of like a pretty, shitty franchise. I don't think people view the Texans as this big franchise. So when they're 7-5 and they're floating and they're in first place in the South, like I don't think anybody is gonna give him criticism. He's a 2nd-year player. Like I think he's only going to get better. And I'm not even a big CJ guy. I'm not. I just know that when I watch him, I'm like, he's got potential.
He absolutely
does. I mean, look, he crumbled in the biggest moment though in that game. Going out of bounds like fucking Dan Orlovsky. Like, yeah, we saw that. I saw that. You know what I mean? But hey, his offensive line is garbage. I will say that, bro. Like when I was watching him, dude, he had no goddamn time.
But I'm sorry.
Honestly, I don't even think any quarterback would excel.
I just
there's just no way. If they're coming in when it's in a split second, no quarterback in the world would do what he couldn't.
I disagree because I watched Joe Burrow in a playoff run to the Super Bowl get sacked 10 times in 2 games each.
Yeah, I'm talking about like specific plays though, like on an actual sacks. Like, dude, he had no time. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
For me, where I'm at with CJ is I'm not giving him any grace. I don't care that he's a 2nd-year player. Everybody's telling me that he's the man. Well, I need to see it. You need to be the man. You need to be the man, and that's final for me. I need to see the same conversations about CJ Stroud and the same skepticism and the same worries. I need to see it because it shouldn't exist for Jalen Hurts. He's proved himself.
You know what's crazy? The Texans got a defensive touchdown too. So it was almost like they got gifted 7 points and they still lost. It's a bad loss, man.
It's a conversation.
I wonder if they'll turn it around to end the season because I do believe they have talent. I
don't think the Texans are a bad team.
I got my reservations about them, dude. They got a pretty decent schedule. I mean, they play the Jaguars. They play the Dolphins, which is going to be a tough game. They play at Kansas City. They play the Ravens, and then they finish out with the Titans. Like, they can go 2-3 here down the stretch. And if they go 2-3, you're looking at what, 9-8? I think 9-8 will get in for them because nobody in division, maybe outside the Colts, could possibly catch them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Colts are what? What are they? What's their record? They're 5-7, right? So they're only 2 games behind. So let's go through the Colts schedule. They play the Patriots. They play the Broncos. They play the Titans. They play the Giants. They play the Jaguars. The Colts ain't out of this shit. Like the Colts could realistically actually win this division. Or, I mean, it's going to be close because the problem with the Colts is that they lost to the Texans twice. That first week was a bad loss by them.
But Nick, you know this, bro. You know the Colts should not be in this conversation in this division.
Why?
With piss poor quarterback play.
I agree with that, but at the same time, it's like, look, they're 12 games in the season. The Colts are only 2 games out. I think the Colts have a shot.
And I agree with you, but I don't think that's because the Colts are a good team. I think it's because the Texans are just not as good as everybody thought.
I think the Colts have a shot to win this division, man. I do. Based on scheduling, like I just feel like the only loss I see with the Colts remaining is in Denver. They play the Patriots, the Titans, the Giants, and the Jags. You don't think the Colts can beat them? Absolutely, they can.
Well, yeah, they can because the Jags stink.
Absolutely, right? So to finish out that season, right, which is ironic because wasn't that Carson Wentz's last game. And the Texans, Mike, right? Going back to their schedule, they play the Jags, the Dolphins, Chiefs, Ravens, and Titans. That's not an easy slate for them. They already lost to the Titans. The Dolphins is going to be a hard game. And you're in Kansas City and you play the Ravens. Like, if they lose 3 games and the Colts go 4-1, the Colts win the division. And that's so possible based on the scheduling alone.
That's a problem.
And if Anthony Richardson can put on a little bit and they could score some points, they could be all right.
Big if.
It's a big if. Yeah, I know.
Seahawks beat the Cardinals 16-6 in an AFC West battle. That was one of the worst football games I've ever seen.
That was. Because I thought it was going to be high scoring. What was the over under? It was like 47?
I don't know off the top of my head.
It was insane.
The game was a pick.
It finished with a pick?
Oh, no. I had the oh, yeah, it did, because I took the Cardinals +6.
Wow.
And I shouldn't have. And I know better. I know better. And it makes me so mad that I put
the line shifted.
It's not even that. I put my hard-earned money on the Cardinals. And I know better because I know deep down in my crawl, in my soul, in my heart, Kyler Murray blows. And I've been saying it for 3 years that he is the single most overrated quarterback in football. And I'm so tired of this dude having a top 10 reputation. I will never bet this team again, dude. Kyler Murray fucking stinks. And I'm so tired of it. You can't trust him. You just can't, dude. Like, if Marvin Harrison had a legit quarterback, he would have one of the best rookie seasons of all time. That's how talented he is. I mean, you could say the same for Malik Neighbors. I get it.
I just disagree with you.
But I just think Kyler Murray stinks.
Yeah, but you're acting like he can't give these guys the football. I think I totally disagree with that, though.
Bruh.
McBride's doing it.
Bruh. It's a tight end.
Saying.
It's a safety blanket.
I'm just saying.
If you didn't have Trey McBride in fantasy football, would you think Kyler Murray is playing well this year?
No, I didn't say he was playing well.
Oh, excuse me then.
I didn't say he was playing well. I think Kyler stinks right now.
I was about to go off on you.
I hate Kyler because I love Trey McBride. I think he's the best tight end in the NFL.
I will say this.
It's not, to me, it's a slam dunk. He's the best tight end in the NFL, bro. When I watch him, dude, there is not a better tight end, dude. He blocks his ass off. He always finishes the play. He always does. He plays to the whistle. He's always picking up for his teammates. He makes acrobatic catches. His yards after catch is amazing. The only critique is that he doesn't fucking score touchdowns. He has no touchdowns on the year. 0.
Because his quarterback blows.
0 touchdowns. Dude, this guy is unbelievable, bro. Like, to me, like, Kyler stinks. I hate it, like, watching him in the red zone because he was wide open against Seattle and he fucking missed them.
Yep.
So it was like, bro, and twice back-to-back plays. And it's like, bro, get your guy the ball. This guy is a monster. Just throw it up to him. This guy's a beast, bro. This guy is for real. 12 catches, 133 yards is fucking crazy. Like, bro, I love this guy. And I love him coming to this season, and I'm loving him even more, dude. I just hate Kyler. Like, I just need somebody to get Trey McBride the ball in the fucking end zone. Like, that guy is a beast. Because if he was scoring, he would be on the map right now. And that's a fact, bro. Yep. That is the only thing he is missing right now is touchdowns. He's got the yards, he's got the catches, he's got the eye test, everything.
I actually didn't know that he hasn't scored a touchdown this year.
He doesn't have a touchdown. It's insane.
I did not know that.
It's fucking insane, dude. This guy is a beast, bro. He has 61 catches on the year, 685 yards, and no touchdowns.
Yeah, you nailed him when we were talking, like just going back to like fantasy conversations and stuff. You nailed it. Truthfully, he really is awesome. It's just, for me, it just goes back to the same thing, man. The Cardinals are not going anywhere with Kyler Murray as their quarterback because he's not a star. Kyler Murray is an average quarterback,
but he's not getting his guys like the ball and scoring opportunities. Like Marvin Harrison, what's he got? 2 catches in this game? I mean, that's so unacceptable.
3.
I don't understand that.
Just like, and the
3
thing
for
is
47. It's like, okay, but 1 catch was for 22 yards. After that, he was kind of mitigated. And it's like, why? I think Michael Wilson can play. When I watch Michael Wilson, he makes big plays when the opportunity presents itself. And the eye test for me when I watch Michael Wilson, I think he's a decent wide receiver. It's almost like Kyler Murray can't get the ball to the wide receivers for whatever reason.
I know why.
Explain.
He's 3 foot tall.
There you go.
He can't see over the lineman.
Yeah.
When you got a 6 foot fucking 350 pound man in front of you, and you're 5'7", 110 pounds, you can't see him.
Yeah, no, I agree, because James Conner had 5 targets and Marvin Harrison had 6 targets. Like that to me, there's
Makes no
something
sense.
off there.
Yeah, because
like,
you can see the flats easier than you can stand in the pocket and see your wide receivers getting open.
I agree. Yeah,
so
no doubt.
I just don't understand that. Like when I watch,
I think the Cardinals have talent. I think the Cardinals have talent. You got Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, James Conner. I like Trey Benson, dude. Like I just feel like, to me, like they should be scoring way more than 6 points. They should never be scoring 6 points with this offense. Something is off. It's like Kyler is not clicking with any of his wide receivers. It's a weird dynamic they got going on. I mean, he targeted his top 2 guys 10 times the whole game. The top 2 wide receivers have 10 targets the entire game combined. 6 and 4. 6 for Harrison, 4 for Wilson. 10 targets for your wide receivers. These guys are supposed to be your big play, your fucking big time playmakers. I know a lot of the targets went to McBride, but you got to get your guys in the outside involved. You have to like mix it up, dude. If the defense was eventually going to just cave in on McBride, and what are you going to do? You're going to have no choice but to go to the wide receivers. And can you do that? Like it seems like to me their offense is just struggling, man. It's weird because they have all the pieces. I don't understand it. I love their roster on offense. Their offense is fucking awesome.
I went and got Marvin Harrison.
They have the best tight end in the league, bro. When you got Marvin Harrison and Michael Wilson, you should be able to do damage. And then you got James Conner back there.
I just yeah, dude. And that's the thing, man. Like I love Marvin Harrison. I have him in 2 out of 3 leagues.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought Kyler would get him the ball. I thought that's what it would be.
Me too.
And like I said, I went against my judgment. And it's funny because everybody that knows me knows I can't stand Kyler Murray. I've always said he was overrated. I always said that I thought he was just a good quarterback, an average quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like I was never in on that.
Yeah.
And this year when my fantasy team is going for it, I see it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, well, fantasy football is not the same as regular football. And it's like, dickhead, he's got 3 targets.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. It's unbelievable. They had to get him involved. But I think the Cardinals are still a good team. I just think they got to. I mean, what's puzzling is that you came out of the bye and you do that. Like you waited 2 weeks. You prepare for the Seahawks, who's your division foe, and you lay an egg like that on offense, really? Because you're acting like Seattle defense is like top 5. The Cardinals just underperformed in this game. It was a shit show. They should be ashamed of themselves.
You're right too. I didn't even think of that.
They came out of the
bye and laid a fucking egg.
Like to me, that's just
honestly that's poor coaching.
Yeah,
Kyler Murray aside. Kyler Murray aside.
They were ill prepared.
You can't have 2. There's a reason that Andy Reid is unbeatable coming out of 2-week prep.
He's focused on something.
You know what you're doing. He's Bill Belichick. Yeah. I would even trust Sirianni with 2 weeks of prep.
No doubt. Absolutely.
John Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin. You give them 2 weeks to prepare. The other team is scared.
But I like Gannon, though. I do. I weirdly like Jonathan Gannon at the head coach. Like I think the team responds to him.
I think he's a sellout for what he did to the Bears.
I do too. But at the same time, I think the Cardinals respect him. I was shocked by the performance because I was thinking they were going to come out firing, knowing how big the game was. If they would have won this game, they had division in the palm of their hands.
7-4, right?
Yeah, they would have 2-game lead over.
They shot a blank.
They shot a blank, man. They really. That's exactly the best way.
They did, bro. That's crazy. They got snipped. Man. Apologize to our mamas for the vulgarity.
It's all right.
Thursday night football. Oh, wait a minute. Not Thursday night football. Our Thanksgiving game.
Thanksgiving night game.
Yeah, Thanksgiving night game. Dolphins at the Packers. Packers are -3.5. What do you think about this game? Because I kind of like the Dolphins here.
Do you?
Yeah, weirdly, dude. I feel like the Packers been slipping a little bit. I feel like they haven't been playing their best game. They've been eking out some bullshit ass wins. Even though I like the Packers, big fan of Jordan Love.
Oh, they smoked the fucking Niners.
Well, I mean,
they cooked.
I know.
Bro.
I forgot about that. Even though it just happened 2 days ago. Word up. I'm not even capping. I really did forget that they just did that, and I had them too.
Mm-hmm.
But the last few weeks after that, before that, they were a little eking the fuck out, like against the Bears and shit. But I don't know, dude. I feel like the narrative surrounding Tua that he can't play in the cold and he's going to Lambeau and it's probably going to be freezing. And I've been in Lambeau. It's fucking freezing there. Freezing. But I don't know. I feel like the Dolphins are soaring, dude. I feel like they're soaring. I know they beat the shit out of the Raiders and the Patriots. I get it. But is the Packers defense that much better than the Patriots defense?
All right, look, man. I think the Packers are just a better team, dude. I just think they're better equipped for this game. Tyreek Hill, to me, I don't know.
I don't know what happened to
I don't know what happened to him. Yeah.
What happened to Reek?
He's still there. He's there. I just think he's got a lot of distractions. His season was weird. Like just off, like even off the field. Remember, the incident before the game.
I actually didn't remember that until you just mentioned it. I can't even believe that happened this season.
His season was so weird. Like I can't even.
Tua got hurt.
It was a downfall for Tyreek Hill this year. But to me, I think everybody's sipping the Kool-Aid of the Dolphins. I like them coming into the season, but to me, like, yeah, they got Tua back, but I think Green Bay is legit. I think Green Bay could run the football. I know Miami's got a pretty solid defense, but to me, I just think Josh Jacobs, to me, is playing lights out. He ran literally all over the Niners. If the Green Bay Packers are able to do that against the Niners, like I expect them to absolutely step up and do that to the Dolphins too, and their home. Like to me, everything points to the Packers here. I just think they're the better team. And I know Tua has his narrative of playing in the cold, but like, dude, I've seen Tua ball out in the cold.
I remember beating Buffalo
against the Buffalo Bills. Yeah. So
they won that, didn't they? At Buffalo in that snow game?
I think they did win. Did they win that game? I know he played really fucking well where he snapped for like 3 touchdowns or something like that.
And like people beat him up because last year it was like -30 out, but it's like, bruh, Mahomes didn't play that great either.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I just think the Packers are a better team, dude. I think they're gonna get hot. I think they're gonna start getting hot. I really do.
And I'm with you on that because I got the Dolphins here in an upset.
Wow.
I like the Dolphins to win on Thanksgiving night. And I'm excited as shit about that game.
I can't wait. That'd be a good game.
I love Thanksgiving though.
Yeah, it's
like
fine.
I love Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, no
Football,
doubt. I can't fucking wait.
Food, weed. So that does go in there. You know what I mean? We gotta call it what it is. It'll be like that.
Yeah, do you guys know Jack Dawson?
What?
Jack Dawson. It says, why does the guy in the green shirt look like he's holding back a turd because he's got to go to the bathroom?
Oh, I don't know who Jack Dawson is. I don't know. I don't have to shit. Oh, for something like that. Oh no, I just stretched my back a little bit, bro. No, I don't have to shit though. That's funny as hell. Yeah, no, I don't have to shit though. I swear. Bears at the Lions also on Thanksgiving. Lions are -10.5. Lions are going to absolutely demolish the Bears on Thanksgiving. Demolish this team. And if you say anything other than that, bro, please get up and get out of here and go take a shit like Jack Dawson just a little.
I don't know why you think I would take the Bears.
You got that smirk on your face, bro. You got where you're gonna say something really, really fucking weird and it's gonna somehow make sense. And then I'm gonna think about it and then I'm gonna call you.
Honestly, I was just laughing over the comment. I that's great.
I know, like now I'm a little insecure. Do I have to change like how I sit?
That's hilarious.
How I sit.
Like that is so funny, dude. Yo, shout out Jack, yo.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out Jack.
Dude comes in here and fries me. Is unbelievable, man.
That's amazing.
I love it though.
But yeah, no, they're absolutely gonna dog walk the fucking Bears here, dude. Like I had the Lions both ways. I think the line opened up at 10.5. I'll take the 10.5 all day. Pause.
What?
Pause, yeah, fam.
Come on, man. I know. We got new people.
I know, bro. But I'm telling you right now, I think the Lions are legit. I don't see this being close because the Bears can't score. The Lions can fucking score at will, and they're home. Like to me, this is a no-brainer, dude.
It's got bad news written all over it for the Bears, dude.
It does,
and it's so weird, yo, because like every time I watch the Lions now, like there's a part of me where it's like, is this the week they kind of come back to earth and only score like 20 points or 17 points? Like, is this the way? But when you watch them play,
who they are
a fucking machine. They're the best team in the NFL, bro. I'm dead serious.
Bro, David Montgomery is absolutely unbelievable.
Jahmyr Gibbs, like I'm gonna have him next year in fantasy.
Like David Montgomery to me is the definition of RB2. Like when you look him up in a dictionary, if RB2, like David Montgomery's face should be right on that fucking dictionary picture. Absolutely, dude. He's the best running back in fantasy. That's RB2. Like there's none. You can't find a better RB2 in fantasy. Bro, every week he is scoring. Every week he's getting at least double-digit points. He has 1 week that he has a single digits. 1 week.
I can't wait to
That
draft.
is fucking crazy.
I can't wait to draft David Montgomery next year and him be washed.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait to draft him and him be a reincarnation of Jordan Howard's old years. For the value, give me JH24.
JH24.
But like when I see that's I'm always scared of Montgomery because I feel like it's because when he went to Detroit, it was kind of like, all right, he's done. Yeah, he wasn't done.
Nah, he got better.
He got better.
Dude. Yo, he's a beast, man. He's a difference maker for them because like Gibbs is quick, elusive, but you got a power runner like Montgomery, and he's elite. They have 2 running backs, and you got good weapons on the outside. I don't know what happened to Sam Laporta. That's just a weird situation.
That is probably the oddest situation of the season for me, in my opinion, because I don't understand how somebody has a rookie season like that, gets drafted where he got drafted in fantasy, and you come out and you are awful. I mean, you'd be better off with Luke Shoemaker. That's how he's been really bad, dude.
Yeah, Shoemaker's heat.
Actually, he's getting the nod this week.
He's getting the nod.
Yeah, he's getting the nod, bro.
That's fucking crazy.
So
yeah, I got the Lions both ways. This is going to be a cakewalk for them.
Yo, I wanted to ask you real fast. The Jets are definitely getting rid of. This is totally off topic. The Jets are getting rid of Ulbrich or whatever his name is at the season. Who do you think should or will be the coach next year? Because I was thinking about this. Do you think they have any shot at Belichick?
No.
Do you think they have Vrabel?
No.
Pete Carroll?
No, I got one better though. I like Rex Ryan. I think Rex Ryan would fucking galvanize.
I love Yo, he was selling himself on national TV.
No shit.
Bro, he was saying, I'm a Jet.
Bro, oh shit.
He said, I'm a Jet. I can fix it. Come and get me.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
bro. I saw the clip.
I'm a Jet is crazy.
I'm a Jet.
Yo, he really was a Jet though. He fit that mantra. He knew how to handle New York. New York never handled Rex. Rex did the opposite. He took control of that shit. Like, he was the man, dude. That team played for Rex. And he did it with fucking Sanchez. This team right now has way more talent than the team that he had.
And not for nothing, like
Sean Green as his running back. They got fucking Breece Hall. They did. Bro, they had that. Yo, we're bringing it back, dog. Who else they had?
You throwing it back?
No, you crazy, bro. You take it too far. But bro, Rex Ryan to me would be the most perfect fit for the Jets. Absolutely.
Not for nothing, but like Mark Sanchez, bro. He went on the road and beat Peyton. He went on the road and beat Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Or wait, they might have been home that year. But either way,
they went on the road. They beat Brady in the divisional, and then he went on, I think, and then he lost in the championship to Pittsburgh, I believe.
Can't wait. Yeah, that's what that
was it.
That was Bart Scott.
See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait.
That was the best moment ever.
That was it.
That was the best moment ever.
That was like football at its peak, though.
That was Rex Ryan's attitude coming out in his players.
Yep.
You saw it right there.
The defense rose to the occasion.
It was Sal Paolantonio, right? Yeah. We'll see you in Pittsburgh. Bang, can't wait. Like, that's what came out because
it was natural.
It was natural. There was no intimidation. It was, we'll see you next week. Because they believed. And when you have coaches that are themselves and they are authentic, and I believe this is why the Eagles love Nick Sirianni, like the players, because he's just him. Like, you see Tyreek Hill making fun of Mike McDaniel, calling him a dork or a cornball or whatever he said, when he said, like, to Max Crosby, like, we didn't even want to play, LOL. Yeah, is that corny or goofy? Yes. But when your players see that and you're just being you can relate to that because you're showing the human element. You're just being your dorky self.
Yeah.
You don't need to go there and try and be fucking, all high money. What got Matt Patricia fired from Detroit? He went in there and tried to be Belichick.
Yeah.
Bruh, there's one Belichick.
Yeah.
And the only reason that motto worked was because there's only one Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly right. That's actually true.
That's the only reason, bro. That's the only reason. Urban Meyer. Clown. He's a hard ass. And what happens? He went there. You don't know who Mike Vrabel is. You don't know who Aaron Donald is. Like, come on, bro. That's embarrassing. But I'm just saying that type of shit matters with coaches, dude.
Yeah. No,
Dan Campbell.
So who do you think the Jets would be a good fit? Because I think Rex would be a home run, dude.
Rex.
Yeah.
One of them, like Vrabel, I think would be all right. I think Vrabel would be great because I think Vrabel's a great coach.
Do you think they need a defensive coach or an offensive coach?
What happened?
Do you think they need a defensive coach or an offensive coach? Because to me, I think Rex would be the perfect fit because I think their defense is their strong suit, but their defense didn't really show up this year. until after Saylor got fired, their defense kind of dissipated. But if you can bring Rex in to bring that talent together, that defense can be elite. You can get an offensive coordinator, right? That can change the whole thing because you got to get rid of Hackett, bro. It's over, bro.
It's a waste. I would say this. I don't necessarily think it matters about the coach too much. Truthfully, you want to know what I think they need? They need a leader.
A leader, correct.
Fuck offense, fuck defense.
And Rex is the guy.
You don't need to go out and say, oh, we need the next big offensive mind. Oh, we need a fucking a big defensive guy that's gonna bring punishment. No, go out and find the best leader who can lead the men in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
The wins and all that will come after that. You saw it with Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
You see it with Dan Campbell. You can get the coordinators. If you want to get Rex Ryan, you can do that. You go get, I don't know. I don't know who's going to be in the fucking carousel. I don't know. I'm just
Dan
saying.
Campbell is
leader.
Like the perfect comp though, because he's a leader, dude. Like he has everybody. He has the whole locker room in Detroit believing they can win anywhere, anytime, any
city.
I know, anytime, any place, anywhere. Like they believe they can win any game.
He can make the people in Flint think they got clean water.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's how much Detroit believes in him, bro.
That's crazy.
That's how much Michigan believes in him, bro. They would drink the water from Flint. So that they just need a leader. They need a leader. Rex Ryan would do it. Mike Vrabel would do it.
Would be fire. Yeah.
Pete Carroll would do it. All of them.
Yeah, that would be a crazy division.
Bro, Aaron Rodgers. If you bring back Aaron Rodgers and you have Rex Ryan, those personalities, I actually think he would have Aaron Rodgers' respect.
I think the Patriots could be a sleeper in the next couple of years too, though, because I think Drake May could play, and they have a lot of cap and free agency. If Rex Ryan went to the AFC East, dude, that division would be fire.
I'm going to say this. Drake May's got the juice.
Yeah.
But Gerard Mayo's got to go.
Yeah, I don't
believe in him. I don't think he's made it the right shit. He says very, very weird shit during interviews.
Yeah, he toes the line.
But he toes the line where it's like, are you coaching your guys or are you calling them out? And I get it. Sometimes you got to call them out. I get it. It's accountability, and that's cool. But by the same token, like some things you got to keep in-house. And I just feel like he gives too much. Or like he backed. I don't know. There's something off with him. I'm not into.
He like publicly blasted his players a little bit. And even Belichick commented and was like, "Yeah, like I don't think they're soft," because he called them soft.
Yeah, and I don't think he's got the stature to do that.
Right.
You were a special teams coach.
Not yet.
You're some Joe Judge.
He was a good player though.
He was.
He was a great player.
He was, and players don't always make the best coaches.
No, they don't,
and that's okay. But
Dan Campbell did though. Dan Campbell was a fucking animal.
Dan Campbell is.
He's an animal, bro.
If it's not the Eagles, please make it the Lions.
So you know what's funny? Somebody at work today said, "Oh yeah, I can't stand that guy in Detroit. That the head coach Dan Campbell. I can't stand him." I'm like, how? How do you hate that guy?
He makes me want to be a Lions fan. I am a Lions fan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm dead serious. I root for the Lions.
Jared Goff, you're good enough for fucking Detroit. Like, bro, I love that, dude. Like, that's awesome.
If you are watching that,
like that's
and
so
that
cool,
if you are watching that at home and you're on your TV and that's not powerful to you, you don't have a soul. I can't imagine.
Oh my God.
If you think of the journey of Jared Goff and what happened, how he got to Detroit, to hear that. Dude, could you imagine what that would do to a human being? Like I say this all the time. When I bet, I don't look at stats. I don't look at this and that. I look at human element.
Yeah.
They're people.
They're people.
And for him to be getting filmed and to just genuinely say that out of his heart, he meant that.
He meant that shit.
Like, what do you think
fake.
that makes him want? What do you think that does for Jared Goff? And it's crazy because we watched the Hard Knocks with Dan Campbell. I love you guys. Just listen to me. All I want for you guys is to succeed. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Bro, we were all laughing because it's like, yo, this dude's, he's got veins popping out of his neck.
Nuts. He was out of his mind.
Yeah, bro. And when I watch that, he's just an easy guy to root for. I can't even believe it. I've never heard somebody say it just like Dan Campbell.
He's hard ass, but it's so genuine. It's exactly who he is, to the root of his soul. Like he's being so authentic. You can't even smell fake.
He makes you be comfortable around him because of his authenticity.
Yeah.
Because you feel comfortable to just open and be yourself. Now, some people struggle with that. And, you know, we laugh about this all the time when me and you were talking about it. Like, generally speaking, I just show up as me. Some people, that's a reason a lot of people hate me. That's a reason a lot of people love me.
Yeah.
But it's whatever. That's just what I am. Yeah. You know what I mean? it goes for our fucking president. Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is, bro. That's just how those things work. But as far as Dan Campbell, like I've never even heard somebody say that.
I was
can't
so
even
thrown
imagine
off.
that.
I couldn't believe
Like to
it.
me, he's one of the most likable people in the
He's
NFL.
awesome, man. I know.
Him, Sean McVay, like those are just likable dudes.
Agreed.
Like Nick Sirianni, I don't really think he's that likable because I think he's people like 50% are going to hate him, 50% are going to love him. You either love him or hate him.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that? Like,
because he does immature
everybody,
shit.
but a lot of people hated Belichick. I loved Belichick because I think I understood him though. You know what I mean? Like I get it. Like it's a job. He took it serious, bro. He was a student of the game. Like he loves and breathes football.
Oh my God.
Like that's all he does.
Oh my God, bro.
What's that?
My wife is watching the show. I can't believe it. I didn't even know she knew we potted anymore.
Oh wow.
This is unbelievable, Allison.
That's-
I'm so honored to be on camera watching this. She probably don't even hear me talking about it now because she already tuned out of it. She just happened to tune in at the right spot and talk their shit and left. We won't see another comment.
You gotta give her a little bit more credit. Man.
Jack asked you something. I try, but thank you, mommy. I love you too. Jack asked you about your Deadpool comic.
Oh no, that's real shit, bro. I actually won that from Gary Vaynerchuk on a live stream, and
That was crazy.
And he sent it to my house and everything. Yeah, that's real. He owned that. It was in his office. It was fucking crazy. But yeah, that's the original Deadpool comic. Yeah, it was fucking wild.
That was the wildest thing when you FaceTime me that. And you're like, bro, you're not going to believe what happened.
I had the video and all. It was crazy. I woke up my wife.
Wasn't it like 11 o'clock at night or late?
Yeah, I was just bullshit on the couch and my wife was sleeping and I have like, holy shit. They're saying my name like NP Sports. I'm like, holy fuck. And I'm waking her up like, holy shit, look this. I want a fucking comic book. Like, yo, that's a lot of money.
How much do you think one of them things is worth?
Yeah, he's saying it's worth some coin.
It's worth, yeah, I don't know.
For real?
It's decent amount, dude.
You know what's funny about that? The fact that he noticed that, number one, and number two, like he asked that. It's crazy because that is really what it was.
That was the coolest thing.
Like I remember you calling me, fucking going crazy, saying Gary V was just cheering my name.
He was just cheering my name, dude, and I was like, holy shit, bro! Like, yeah, it was fucking awesome, man. It was so dope, dude.
Yeah, I bet. All right, let's get back to football. Steelers at the Bengals. This is gonna be a good game. Yeah, Bengals minus 2.5. I don't understand that.
I do. I kind of do.
The Burrow love fest gets a lot of respect. I mean, he's playing awesome. What do you think?
I think the Bengals are going to beat the shit out of the Steelers.
Oh yeah, I love that.
I do. And I don't even love the Bengals. You know what I mean? But I just think the Bengals, to me, like when I look at this matchup, their offense is clicking on all cylinders. They got a bye week, right? So now that I think they're fresh, they literally need to kind of reset themselves. So that bye week is going to be super helpful. This is a big game. They know their season's on the line. I love the Bengals in this matchup. I think this 2.5 is a joke. I think that the Bengals are going to win by 7 or more. Truthfully, I just think, to me, if the Bengals can play second half defense like they did against the Chargers, this game is not going to be close because I don't think the Steelers could score with the Bengals. To me, the Steelers, they struggle in the red zone. They're kicking field goals, and I don't think you're going to win this game by kicking field goals against Burrow. To me, that's the mismatch for me, and I think the Bengals, to me, they handily win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to say on that. You're finally coming around on my 9. And my thing is when Joe Burrow's season, like he's having an all-time season, and it's just going to waste. It's just going to waste. I got the Bengals here. I'm going to pick the Bengals from here on out. I don't care who they're playing. They're going to finish 10-7. They're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to beat whoever they play in that first round. And that's final.
Wow. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but I think they'll win this game.
I do like them to beat the Steelers, though. And I'm just reading the line here because they shouldn't be a favorite to them. They just shouldn't be a favorite. They're 3 games under 500.
Everybody and their mother is going to take.
What are they, 4-7 or 5-7?
They're
4-7 because they had the bye week. Yeah. So they're 3 games under 500. The Steelers are 8-3, right?
They're 8-3.
8-3.
Yep.
So a 4-7 team versus an 8-3 divisional rival is a 2.5 point favorite. Yeah, miss me with that. It's the Bengals, and it's the Bengals both ways. Yeah. Probably by a touchdown to 10 points.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. They're my favorite bet of the week, truthfully.
Because that line doesn't make sense. I'm over here stuttering like a mother.
I feel like everybody's going to take Pittsburgh with the points. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, All more power to them.
I can't wait to bet that game.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I really feel confident in that.
I'm glad you feel confident. I feel confident. That means the Bengals lose by 30, and we're going to be crying on a FaceTime saying how we can never win. So it is what it is. I'm ready for it. I've accepted it. It's been 9 weeks of this shit. So whatever.
See, bro, like I think it's all about mentality. That's exactly why we're losing. I think if we had a more positive approach and we say, you know what, dude, we're gonna win this fucking week. We're gonna grab life by the balls.
Been saying that for 5 years.
It's our turn, motherfucker. I think that's what's gonna change the tide. I really believe that.
Speaking of winning big, man, Sheamus missed $80,000 by one touchdown,
bro,
for $10.
I would have called out of work the next day. Like, truthfully, I really would have. I would have cried. Honestly, I would have been so sick to my stomach, dude. Like, oh my God.
All right. Chargers at the Falcons. I don't know the line because you didn't put it.
Well, they didn't come out yet because the game ended last night.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't update
That's your story, man.
I didn't update it. You know what I mean? I'll get the line for you. Which is just pod. Let's go.
All right. So Justin Herbert coming off Monday night, lost to the Ravens. That was a pretty good game, actually. But the Ravens, I was surprised the Ravens handled them like that.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I felt like the Chargers were going to be able to stay in it.
Honestly, dude, I just always felt like Baltimore was the better team. Like, to me, that they were the easiest bet of the night. I actually, because they were -3 last night, I actually bet them. I took the half point. I bought a half point, got them 2.5, just in case some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I loved the Ravens last night. I was very comfortable placing the bet because I just knew they were a better team. Like, and I knew that the Ravens had to win to stay afloat into the division.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that was an important game for the Ravens because there's definitely still in the hunt to win division. Because I, you can call the Steelers what you want, but I don't think anybody's confident in them to win division. I think it's up for grabs, and I think Baltimore knows that. So I think that was an important game for them, and it's a conference game. You know, the Chargers, because if they're both in a wild card, the Ravens, that's a huge game. That had wild card implications based on where they're at right now. So to me, like, the Ravens took care of business. I knew they would, and to me, the Chargers, they haven't really played anybody this season.
You know what's weird about this upcoming game too? Like, I feel like the Falcons coming off of a bye and they're at home. Like, I feel like the Falcons should be able to win this game. But truth be told, I think the Falcons are soft. And I feel like a physical ass team like the Chargers will be able to get in them.
Mm-hmm.
I just do. Like, I trust Jim Harbaugh more than I trust Raheem Morris.
Chargers are -1.5, by the way.
Okay. I trust Herbert more than I trust Kirk Cousins. J.K. Dobbins went down. So yeah. But Will Dissly, Quentin Johnson played terrible Monday night.
He was a meme, bro.
Yeah, he was bad, bro. He was bad. But Ladd McConkey's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel on this. I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Wow.
I just feel like they're more physical, dude. I think the Falcons are soft. And I feel like the Falcons have been playing like shit the last few weeks. And then you get a bye week, which that could clean something up. So I don't know. I'm just guessing here, and I'm going with my favorite coach and the better quarterback.
I know, man. This game was really hard. I'm going to take the Falcons here, though. I think the Falcons do take care of business. Just like you said, they came off a bye week. I think that was a bad loss for the Chargers. I think they have a lot of things to clean up. But after a game with the Ravens, like, it's hard to really, because the Ravens are a physical team, regardless of how their defense is performing. But to me, like, because you have to go against Henry. I mean, you played against Derrick Henry, who fucking ran down your throat. Now, you know what I mean? Like, now you have to recover and play a Falcons team who also runs with Bijan and Tyler Algier. So to me, like, I love the Falcons in this game. I think the Falcons are going to win this game. And I just think that they're going to win based in the trenches.
Oh,
I do. I really think the Falcons are winning this football.
I know, dude. I like the Falcons too. I don't trust them.
I think the Falcons and the Bengals are my favorite parlay. Those are my favorite two legs right there. Pause.
I was gonna say, what about my legs?
That's wall. Come on, man.
All right, Eagles at Ravens. You forgot to put it on this one too. This is a problem. I'm actually really curious on
I
this.
think you're into my husband is crazy.
I'm so excited for this game. I cannot wait for this game. Stay focused.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
What do you think happens in this game? Because I'm curious about this, and I'll look for the line while you pod.
Truthfully, I think the Eagles are going to win this football game because I don't think the Ravens defense is up to par with the Eagles offense. I think the Eagles offense can absolutely have success against the Ravens. The Ravens came off a big win in LA against the Chargers. The Eagles came off a big win against the Rams in LA. So both teams travel distance the same. I think the Eagles are slightly better. I think their defense can definitely get stops against Lamar. And I just question if the Ravens can get stops on the Eagles. When you have Saquon Barkley playing like that, it's hard to bet against that. I'm not betting against Saquon Barkley right now. He's just playing at an elite level. I think the Eagles in the trenches can absolutely move the Ravens defensive line. I think they can have success on the ground. I think AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, or if he's healthy, can absolutely have success against the Ravens secondary because they're really porous. I just feel like the Eagles are a better team. I really just think the Eagles are a better team. Defensively, they're better, and I think offensively, they could score just as much as the Ravens.
I know all the talk in the world is about oh my God, Lamar Jackson is 23-3 versus the NFC.
What is the line?
But it's the Ravens -3.
I'm taking the Birds.
So you're taking Birds?
I'm taking the Birds +3.
Okay.
Give me the Eagles +3 all day.
So as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I feel like everybody this week, and they always talk about Lamar Jackson's record versus the NFC. And I know he's 23-3, but I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I know Lamar's a great player. I love Lamar, but he's going to get his ass beat on Sunday at 425 at the crib. And that's just facts. And I'm telling you that straight up because King Henry is not running all over us the way that he runs all over other teams. Mm-hmm. Quinyon Mitchell has locked up Puka. All these wide receivers.
No Puka up, bro.
Puka didn't have a great game on him.
Puka was great.
Not on Quinyon.
What was the stats?
I forget. I read it. I don't fucking know. But anyway, Quinyon Mitchell could lock up Zay Flowers. That's for sure. And Deontay Johnson, I don't know what happened to him. He's the water boy now. You got Rashad Bateman, who sometimes can do his thing, but he's not doing that against Cooper DeJean. We're just a better team than the Ravens.
I agree.
Hands down, we are a better team than the Ravens. And we're going to put foots in them and put paws on them on Sunday at 425. And we're going to win this game a cool 34-23, something like that, 34-27. But I promise you, we're going to bust their ass.
Does Saquon score?
Absolutely, dude. He's probably going to have 2 or 3 touchdowns. Yeah, to be honest, that defense is not stopping Saquon Barkley.
I agree.
Period.
I agree. I think it's a mismatch to me. I think
it is a mismatch.
I think the Eagles are better. I really do. I think Vegas got him fucked up.
They do.
I do.
I'm going to take advantage of it.
Me too.
So, all right, let's go to our final games. Friday at 3:00. This is awesome, actually. Raiders at the Chiefs. Chiefs -13.5. I don't need to say more. Chiefs are going to fucking demolish the Raiders. They stink. I'm taking the Chiefs in Survivor because I made it this far by making good picks. And now I got the Raiders on a nice, easy victory on Friday. I'm already on the week 13. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs both ways. I think they should bounce back after that, second half collapse against the Panthers here. I think they'll get it together. But I do think the Raiders will cover the spread, though. I do. I think the Chiefs will win on a money line. But I think the Raiders will cover the spread. And the only reason why is because they weirdly play tough against the Chiefs. They just do. I don't know. I just feel like Antonio Pierce is going to rally his guys, and they're going to make some plays, and Mahomes is going to make a couple mistakes.
What else is new?
Yeah.
They're tanking for Shador.
Yeah, I got the Raiders. I think they cover, though. I do think they cover.
All right. I don't see it. Colts -2.5 at the Patriots.
Weird line because I think the Colts are just way better. It's either I'm getting Drake May or Anthony Richardson. To me, the Colts are in a division race. I'm going to take the Colts here. They're the more team that has more to play, in my opinion. And I just think they're a better team.
Patriots have the better quarterback, but the Colts have the better coach. I got the Colts both ways here. The Colts should cover 2.5 against the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots are very good.
Yeah.
Period. And I think the Colts are okay. But okay is better than.
But I will say this: I think Anthony Richardson's going to have a long day in the pocket. The Patriots secondary is pretty good.
Yeah,
that guy Christian Gonzalez, he shuts people down, dude.
Christian Gonzalez is he's
a beast. So I just feel like
Steve A.
I just feel like this is going to be a tricky matchup for the Colts. It's going to be tough. I think they're going to have to rely on Jonathan Taylor more in this game. He needs to step up, dude. He's been kind of quiet.
He's been middies.
He's been really mid
ever since his injury.
Yeah, I know.
Really middies. Texans -5.5 at the Jaguars.
I got the Texans both ways. I just think they're the better team. The Jags, I know they're coming off a bye. I mean, there's not much there to love, but I just think the Texans, after that, piss poor performance against the Titans, they got to win this game.
I'm taking the Texans on the money line. I don't love it. I'm taking the Jags with the points here. I think the Jags are coming off a bye. They're going to be well rested. I don't think the Texans are a very good team. I don't think CJ Stroud is playing that well. And I'm not laying 5.5 points on the road against Jacksonville. I'm just not. And I think Jacksonville's ass, but I don't think the Texans are anything special. To be honest, Texans shouldn't be laying them type of points, bro. They're not 11.5 points better than the Jags. Period.
Agreed.
Seahawks -1.5 at the Jets. A lot of noise coming around the Jets, man.
Yeah, a lot of noise.
Geno revenge.
Give me the Seahawks here. This game, like, I just feel like they're clicking, dude. I can't bet the fucking Jets, bro. I can't, dude. They're the Jets, bro. They're in really bad shape. I don't love them. I'm taking the Seahawks.
I'm taking the Seahawks too. I don't trust the Jets. It makes me sick that I put my rep on them. I was way off.
I can't believe you even picked them to go to the Super Bowl.
I thought they were going to be legit, dude. I mean, come on, bro. You were a Raider and a Saint.
That's fair, but I wasn't way off like that.
I know. I was.
At least they were respectable. At least
way off P.
Like, bro, you had them going to win the Super Bowl. This is Broncos territory. This is worse. Maybe.
No, it is worse because Mike didn't have them winning the Super Bowl. I don't think.
I don't know.
I want to relive that. Titans at Commanders. Commanders -5.5.
I'm a good Commanders here both ways.
Me too. I think the Titans are riding a high, beating a division foe. Commanders get rolling again.
Yeah.
Cardinals at the Vikings. Vikings -3.5.
I got the Cardinals in an upset. I think they get their lick back, dude. I feel like the 6-point performance was kind of like a mirage to a degree. Like I just feel like they're too good to score 6 points. I feel like they find a way to get the dub here.
I'm taking the Vikings both ways. They're better at quarterback. They're better at wide receiver. They're better at running back. They're better they have a better head coach. They're at home. I think the Vikings are going to punish them. Their defense is too good. They're going to punish them, dude. I believe that. I don't think the Cardinals are very good. I think their quarterback is ass. And that's where I'm at on that.
It's weird because I feel like the Vikings are kind of quiet. Like I feel like nobody talks about the Vikings.
Nobody believes in Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I know, but their record is pretty good.
They're 8-2, 9 or 10-9.
They're 9-2.
Yeah,
and literally nobody's talking about them.
I know.
And I'm like,
they're a scary team. That's a scary 7 in my Ryan Shoot voice.
Yeah, that is a scary 7. But they haven't really beat anybody though. Like, I don't know, dude. They're not. It goes back to remember when they were winning all those games, and I was just like, yeah, I don't believe in the Vikings. They weren't doing it for me. Kind of feels the same way though. Yeah, it kind of just feels the same way. Like, it just, to me, like, I don't know, the last 4 weeks. Yeah, they're what are they, 4-0 the last 4 weeks? But they beat the Colts, they beat the Jags, they beat the Titans, they beat the Bears, and they barely beat these teams. Like, to me, I don't know. I just feel like they're due for a loss, and I feel like they're going to lose here.
Buccaneers -6.5 at the Panthers. Baker's revenge.
Yeah, I got the Bucs both ways.
Me too, because Baker's playing his ass off.
Yeah, no
playing
doubt.
his ass off. I'm so happy for him, man. And they could get back in the fight if the Chargers beat the Falcons, dude. They could get right back in that division, man. Rams -2.5 at the Aints.
I'm going to take the Saints here.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Saints, dude. They're coming off a bye. The Rams just lost a game. And to me, they got blown the fuck out. That will hurt your soul. But to me, I think the Saints can play good enough defense to stay in this game. And the Rams are really bad against running backs, and they're really bad against tight ends. The Saints' 2 best players is Taysom Hill and Kamara. I think they're going to feed them, and I think they're going to win this game.
I got the Rams both ways. I can't bet on the Saints. You got Sean McVay, you got Matt Stafford. That's better than fucking Derek Carr, and I don't even know that dude's name. Who's the head coach of the Saints?
It wasn't Dennis Allen.
He got fired. I can't even think of the dude's name.
They had the interim coach.
Yeah, I can't even think of him, so I know he's buns. But so I got the Rams both ways here. Niners.
Hawaiian as fuck.
Yeah. Niners at Bills. Bills -6.5. The Bills are going to fucking smoke the 49ers, bro. And I can't wait to watch it
Mhm.
because I hate this team so bad. I cannot wait to watch Josh Allen, JA17, come out of the bye week and go bananas on this team. I can't wait.
Who are you, bro?
Myself.
No, yo, I can't believe it. Are you doing this because you actually like truly like you're starting to like Josh Allen? I'm shocked.
A little bit.
You're starting to fuck with JA17. You're starting to see. I have to teach you, bro.
A little bit. Yeah.
I had to teach you a little bit, dude. This guy's legit, bro.
Never taught me shit.
Best quarterback in the league right now, bro. You know it. Best quarterback in the league.
Nah, not yet.
Best quarterback in the league. And guess what? If it wasn't for that bullshit ass fucking 15, 13 second game, he would be the best quarterback in the league right now.
Cat.
Fucking right, he would be.
Cat.
And I know it, and you know it, and that's why you ain't saying shit.
I got
bro.
my orange 9.
I know you know it, bro.
I got my orange and black.
Oh, my
9.
orange 9 is insane. Yeah, I got the Bills both ways. I believe in JA17. The Bills, they're playing great, man. And then the Niners got to travel all the way to Buffalo. That's a tough environment. That's Bills trouble for the Niners. I like the Bills here.
Browns at the Broncos. Broncos minus 5.5.
I hate betting against Jameis because there's always a weird thing where I'm like, he's gonna throw for 300 yards and get some stupid ass play.
I love Jameis Winston.
Me too, bro. I fuck with his energy, bro.
Dude, if you just watch Jameis Winston, that dude loves life.
He does.
Like he's
happy.
great. He's happy, bro.
Yeah.
He's grateful.
Yeah.
Like singing and playing in the snow. He looked like a big ass kid.
He was a kid. Dude.
Like you know what I was thinking of exactly,
It's
dude?
relatable though.
If Gianni knew him, that would be Gianni's favorite dude.
he would be.
Because he's full of life, bro. He's at peace with himself and he's happy.
Yeah.
And that shit's infectious. However, I'm taking the Broncos in this game, but just because I love Jameis so much, I'm rooting for the Browns here. I'm gonna take the Browns with the 5.5.
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking the Browns with the 5.5.
I'm gonna take the Broncos, but damn, I'll take the Broncos both ways. I just think they're better. I feel like their defense is going to get a turnover in this game off Jameis because that's what he's prone to that. I feel like
Except
the Broncos
last week when I bet him.
Like I feel like the Broncos' defensive line is going to get after Jameis, and I feel like an A, he's going to get sacked a lot. B, he's going to fumble the football, or C, he's going to make stupid plays through the air, and he's going to get picked off. That's what he does. It's just weird with him. But to me, I see that happening in this game often. So I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next Wednesday at 8 p.m. With, I believe, special guest Tom Dock is making his return. So yeah, that's that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Stitcher,
and all that other shit.
Also follow us on all of our social platforms as you do not want to miss our daily content on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all that other shit. And we will see you guys next week at P&I, baby. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's